December 2025, China deploys 89 warplanes in one of its largest military drills near Taiwan. U.S. intelligence officials have warned that China aims to have the military capability to take Taiwan by around 2027. Some analysts now describe Taiwan as one of the most dangerous geopolitical flashpoints in the world today. The real question is not whether tensions exist, but how far they could escalate, and whether the global economy is prepared for the consequences. To understand why 2027 is frequently discussed, we need to go back to 2021. Admiral Philip Davidson told U.S. Congress that the Taiwan threat could become serious within 6 years, a timeline many analysts interpreted as pointing toward 2027. In 2023, CIA Director William Burns confirmed that Xi Jinping instructed the People's Liberation Army to be capable of taking Taiwan by that time frame, not necessarily to launch an invasion, but to be ready if political decisions required it. Analysts often describe 3 overlapping pressures. First, the military timeline. 2027 marks the PLA's centennial modernization milestone. Second, political dynamics inside China's leadership cycle. Third, economic and demographic challenges shaping long-term strategic planning. Taiwan's defense leadership has announced that upcoming war games will simulate large-scale invasion scenarios for the first time publicly, reflecting how seriously regional planners are taking potential risks. According to the Pentagon's China Military Power Report, China is working toward integrated capabilities that could challenge Taiwan and complicate potential U.S. intervention. Analysts generally describe 3 broad conflict pathways. Scenario 1, a quarantine or gray zone pressure campaign. Rather than a full invasion, China could restrict shipping access and apply economic pressure. Taiwan refers to this as gray zone warfare, pressure without open war. Scenario 2, a military blockade. A full naval encirclement could severely damage Taiwan's trade-dependent economy. Economic studies suggest such a scenario could trigger massive economic contraction. Scenario 3, full-scale invasion. Military simulations describe potential phases, including missile strikes followed by amphibious operations. CSIS war games show outcomes are extremely costly on all sides, even in scenarios where Taiwan and its partners resist successfully. Analysts emphasize that these simulations are not predictions, but tools to understand risks and consequences. A Taiwan crisis would likely extend beyond the region. The United States, Japan, Australia, and several regional partners have strengthened defense cooperation in recent years. Japan has publicly linked its national security to stability in the Taiwan Strait. Other countries could align strategically depending on how events unfold, though exact roles remain uncertain. Defense analysts also note China's expanding overseas military access and logistics partnerships across the Indo-Pacific. Meanwhile, the United States has increased arms sales, expanded military budgets, and strengthened deterrence initiatives across the region, highlighting how seriously policymakers are taking potential risks. Beyond military risks, the economic consequences could be enormous. Taiwan produces a dominant share of advanced semiconductors, critical components for electronics, artificial intelligence, and modern vehicles. Research groups estimate that a major conflict could cost the global economy trillions of dollars and disrupt supply chains worldwide. Semiconductor shortages alone could halt automotive manufacturing and technology production across Europe and North America. Nearly half of global container shipping passes through nearby waters, meaning trade disruptions could affect markets globally. Analysts also note that advanced chip production depends heavily on international technology networks, making any military scenario economically devastating for all sides involved. Despite rising tensions, many analysts argue that a near-term invasion remains unlikely due to massive economic and military risks. Admiral John Aquilino has stated that conflict is neither imminent nor inevitable. Chinese leadership has publicly denied specific invasion timelines, while U.S. intelligence continues to monitor military developments closely. Many experts believe the most likely scenario remains long-term pressure, economic, cyber, and informational, rather than immediate war. Military drills continue. Defense budgets rise. Strategic competition intensifies. The Taiwan Strait remains one of the most closely watched regions on Earth, not because conflict is certain, but because the stakes are so high. If you value deep, evidence-based geopolitical analysis that cuts through headlines, subscribe and become part of a community focused on understanding the world beyond the noise.